Hello to all. I am Claudia Faias and I'm speaking to you from the Azores, hoping to share my research about the evolution of tourism in the Azores. And I'm quite glad that I'm able to participate at this conference. This work aims to analyze the issue of excessive tourism in contrast to the current situation caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. The consequences, the decrease in income, occupancy rates, employment, stability. The theoretical framework will be based on two approaches. The first one to the current concepts implicit in a subject under study, such as tourism, excessive tourism, seasonality and carrying capacity, and the second approach concerning the evolution of tourism in the Azores and the current situation. The tourism activity is very important for countries and companies, contributes to the economic development of nations, helps national industries to develop, increases national production, and of course is a source of job development. This is one of our beautiful lagoons at the islands of São Miguel that I hope you can visit soon. The unequal temporal distribution of tourism flow throughout the year, also known as seasonality, may occur in practically all destinations, with a considerable increase in the number of visitors during the summer months and a drop in the winter months, as mentioned by Fortuna and Maciel. Overtourism used to be quite a concern. It may be a growing concern for European cities. It might, we considered a challenge in European cities until 2019. But as the topic is not entirely new, Doxy presented an irritation index, that is a model that defines the change of perception from the residents towards visitors in the touristic life cycle of territories. Doxy identified 4 phases: euphoria, apathy, irritation, and hostility, and the last one, antagonism. Euphoria, is related to the economic benefits of tourism. We have the euphoria of the locals, the apathy when they get used to visitors and become indifferent, the phase 3 when the number of tourists exceeds reasonable and disrupts daily routines and causes embarrassment, and antagonism when feelings towards tourists become antagonism. The carrying capacity, the World Tourism Organization defines as the maximum number of people who can visit a tourist destination at the same time without causing physical, economic, social, cultural, and environmental destruction, and unacceptable decrease the satisfaction of tourists. The application of carrying capacity as a major incident in protected areas, in cultural and natural attractions that are frequently visited, and in relation to the maintenance of the lifestyle of the local community and the potential of tourist destinations, as some authors refer. This situation allows community and ecosystem recovery. The second approach to the tourism evolution in tourism, the concern of excessive tourism and the consternation of residents in view of this type of scenarios in protected areas brought some discomfort and some aversion to visitors, feeling like to be observed until the end of September 19. As we can check in this data, SANTOS refers that 2019 was an excellent year in terms of tourism for the Azores. For the first time in the history of tourism in the Azores, 3 million overnight stays were exceeded. Data from Tourism statistics of the Azores confirms that in 2020, in the Azores archipelago, tourist revenue had an 80% drop in room occupancy rate. Of the 2,800 hotel units in activity in 2019, 100 closed in 2020, and the overnight stays decreased by 74%. According to data obtained up to August 2020, at the end of the third quarter of 2020, the number of overnight stays was less than 600,000. Sobrialski argues that the hotel industry has suffered dramatic losses in the sales due to low occupancy rates. Rates fell sharply due to mandatory social distancing and the drastic decline in demand. At the Azores, we can analyze that the average income per available room, RevPAR, in 2020 was 42% lower than in 2019. Here we have the statistics of the 9 islands, and we can check the main difference at São Miguel, which had in 2019 RevPAR around 40 euros. 40 euros was the medium. The medium from the year. We had a RevPAR for almost 50 euros, 49 more or less. And in 2020, it decreased for around 20 years, the revenue per available room. As a conclusion, I can share that the touristic system coexists with seasonality and is directly affected by tourist flows. Seasonality occurs due to several factors, such as cycles of economic activities, weather, school holidays, and now with biosafety. Consumer trust starts with the image the destination conveys, and the feeling of security is tested through the entire value chain. This scenario has changed radically with the pandemic caused by SARS-CoV-2 virus and an unprecedented loss of confidence in world tourism demand. The situation for the tourism industry is very worrying, and the perspectives given by World Tourism Organization point to a slow and gradual recovery until 2024. Besides the importance and impact of the tourism indicators, to our knowledge, few studies were done regarding the impacts of SARS-CoV-2 on the Azores as a tourist destination. This study intends to fill that gap. Thank you for your time and for your kindness, and I hope to see you soon at the Azores. Thank you. Our references: